Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's your girl Kim in the building. I hope all guys are well. Now let's just get right into it because as y'all can see from the title, we were gonna be talking about mental repetition. Um, Basically, what is it, what causes it, how it affects you, and what can heal it. Okay, just in basic, simple terms. This is my opinion. Um, on how to heal these things. I work with these energies myself, okay? So what is mental repetition? Mental repetition is thoughts repeated, okay? And keep in mind throughout this video that thoughts become things, okay? So take around and look at what you've created because what you think is what you create. What you think is what become a thing, okay? So be careful with your thoughts, really. Okay? People don't say this enough. Okay, but you got to really be careful with your thoughts in this way. Like most people can look around them based on what they've been thinking and actually see how it has manifested inside of their lives. Okay, hold on. This can help with mental uh, repetition as well as meditation, um, clearing of the mind. Like be able to clear your mind by you can heal your thoughts by writing them down on paper. This is everything that works with me, guys. Like, keep a journal, write it out. I don't care how you feeling, write it out. It don't even have to make sense, only to you, okay? But mental repetition could become dangerous for some people, okay? Who don't know how to control it, who don't know how to heal it, who don't know how to stop their mind from thinking, right? You can get lost with mental repetition and different dimensions and stuff like that as well. So you really got to be careful. I got a hole in it. You really got to be careful what you're thinking and how much you're thinking. Some people with mental repetition, it comes from overthinking and just constant worry and anxiety too. Um, our mental processes happen with Mercury. Mercury is connected to our mental um, ability to think as well as the moon, I believe. Don't quote me though, but I'm gonna say the moon and Mercury has a lot to do with this area of life when it comes to mental repetition in your mind. Okay, Mercury ruling the mind. It tells you how one will think, how they react as well, and how they handle and process their emotions. These two placements, the moon and Mercury. Okay. Now, some things can have us overthinking or just worried and having a lot of anxiety. Again, it's unhealthy if it's done to an extreme, you guys. I mean, it's good to think. Some people don't think at all and they just act. So it's good to think, but don't overthink. And don't overthink into mental repetition, okay? Because it can become dangerous. Like, for your health and others. It depends on what you're thinking about constantly, repeatedly, repetitively. Okay. So try to like transmute the energy in any way possible. Okay, guys. I tell y'all this all the time because transmutation of energy is a real thing. Like you could change what you're feeling. You could change what you're thinking. Okay. Um, the moon is like our most intimate, deepest inner self. Okay. And Mercury has to do with the mind. I wrote a little bit about it, but not much. I be taking notes on a little bit of everything because I'm trying to learn this. I could teach y'all, but I know that much to be true. I don't got time to keep flipping through pages to see where I wrote it down at. But the moon represents your emotions, your intuition, again, your feelings. Mercury have to do with communication and being able to adapt to, situations, people, and things when it comes to the mind. Okay. So if you gain control over Mercury and your moon placements, find out where they are in your birth charts, learn about them, apply it to life. Don't just learn about it, but apply it to life with transmuting these energies or trying to live in the most positive, healthiest, Mercury and moon that you possibly can. Okay. Because some of us, this is easy to do and others is hard. Okay. But I am going to say this. it could be dangerous because people usually isolate themselves. Again, sometimes to the point of no return, or sometimes you could think yourself into a deep dark hole. Y'all know, y'all heard about the rabbit holes. People go down them. Sometimes they never return, okay, or they return, but they just don't be right mentally. It causes like mental illnesses. Mental health is a real thing, guys. You always, always, always want to take care of your mental health. I don't care what you got going on, who you got around you. Make that your first priority, at least one of them, because a mind is a terrible thing to waste. And the mind and the brain is really not only amazing, but it's like the center of your universe, right? And how you communicate with the universe. So you want to keep that healthy at all times, okay? People will play with your mind, your mental too. You don't want that to happen either. You're gonna have to protect that yourself from that too as well. So I don't know who this is for. I just felt the need to get on here and talk about this. The mental repetition is real though. It come out in these readings sometimes where you constantly thinking, overthinking, and then it causes, them sisters to come along, the stress and anxiety, they team up on your ass, and then it's just like, damn, what am I to do? Eventually you have to stop, pipe down, or temper your energy and try to fix it. Find solutions to the problems. Sometimes, you know, life is exactly what we make it. So when you look around your life, you can see a lot of things had a lot to do with you. Accepting accountability first and foremost is a good thing, a real thing when it comes to your accountability and how you think and how you perceive and your perception of things and others. It plays a major role when it comes to mental repetition, guys. So yeah, I don't know what's on y'all mind mentally. Let's see. But yeah, some of y'all, you can constantly overthink, and some people think themselves into panic attacks and all type of stuff with this energy. So you want to keep your mental healthy, okay, guys? Very real thing. Like, I had to go through something in life where it taught me that the mind, that's a fear mind, losing it. Like, you don't want to lose that, okay? And it's so powerful once you be able to use it well and in a correct way. Like, and with the mind comes wisdom. It comes, that's how you learn, right? So, but you are not your mind. You are spirit first, right? So we are not the mind, but the mind play a major role. So you want to keep that healthy, okay? You want to not overthink so many things. Somebody doing a blame game. It's not me, it's them, okay? Because it's the first card that came out. About them, they did it, they started it. Again, like I was saying, accept accountability. Like, I'm not just telling y'all this, I got to do it too. Like, sometimes we can just always blame somebody else, and we constantly thinking about somebody else here, and that can weigh on you mentally heavily. It can be overwhelming, right? You constantly thinking about somebody else, especially when they ain't thinking about your ass. May could be significant here for somebody, not everybody, but yeah, y'all could have been doing a lot of mental repetition in that month, in the month of May even. You should get your life together. So it's a lot of mental repetition about getting your life together or somebody else around y'all. Like, and that's the thing. Sometimes we can't control things. So you gotta know the difference, with what you can control and what you got control over and what you don't. And whatever you don't got control over, you gotta be able to learn how to let it go and get it off your mind instead of keep worrying and thinking about it. Like, some of y'all know y'all need to get y'all life together, and that's cool, but it's certain obstacles and challenges that's stopping you or not letting you, and it has nothing to do with you at this time. So y'all have to be able to understand that sometimes too. And when it comes to other people, if they doing everything they can to get their life together, and you see them applying things to life to better themselves and get their life together, you can't just keep, it's not good or healthy to even knock a person that's trying. Give credit where credit is due, okay? Don't make the situation worse. Or, like, say you do know somebody that needs to get their life together. You just talking about them and talking down on them and treating them bad is not going to help the situation either. Like, that's what I feel like saying. If anything, when people going through things, learn how to support them and uplift them and help them along the way. Like if you a real friend and you really love this person, that's what you're gonna do instead of down talking them because they life not together. Because you never know the walks that people have to take in life. You never know a person's path, and even if you do know, you still you got to be able to handle people with care because you don't know how they feeling inside. You don't know what they emotions and they mental is like. You know what I mean? We got social here. Some of y'all, when it comes to your social, this mental repetition or certain things that you think about that's on your mind is stopping you from being social with other people. Okay? It's affecting your social life. Okay? Maybe even some of y'all social status. Okay? It's like, I don't know. And it depends. Is it positive or negative when you were talking about mental repetition? Because don't nobody want to be around somebody who always just got something negative to say. Like, I had to learn that. Like, people don't want to be around that because energy is contagious and you can't transfer it just like that to somebody else. Out my business. See, somebody is too busy worried about somebody else's business because it said out my business. Like basically somebody need to worry about their own business and not somebody else's here. Some of y'all is mentally having mental repetition when it comes to somebody else's business here. Okay, because we got out my business. I'm feeling like somebody wants y'all out their business. Okay, yeah, that part. But that's not for everybody. I'm just saying what come out, y'all. Some of y'all, it could be about your business, okay? Maybe you work and do something on the social media or a social platform, okay? You have a mental repetition when it comes to that, okay? Why you mad at me? Somebody is having mental repetition about why somebody's mad at them right now. Um, and that's the thing too, where I say it could become dangerous, right? Some of y'all don't even know what be on a person's mind. Be thinking y'all know people and y'all really don't know people. My mama told me this and I learned this the hard way. You would never really know a person fully. Like, because we all got secrets. We all got that 8th house and that 12th house in our birth charts, right? So why you mad at me is what somebody trying to figure out. Why is a person mad at them? And they just constantly got this on their fucking mind. Fuck why they mad, okay? Fuck why they mad. Don't worry about why another person mad at you. If you know you been on the up and up and you done no wrong to somebody, fuck why they mad. Okay? Some people just mad for no reason. For real, for real. You don't gotta do nothing for people to be mad. Okay? But what somebody else feel shouldn't make you feel the type of way. You know what they say? What you eat don't make me shit. Like, why you mad at me? Stop being concerned about why people mad at you, especially when you know you've done nothing wrong. Okay, now if you did something wrong, then asking why you mad at me is crazy. Okay, it's crazy. I like. Okay, so with this card, I'm getting somebody here is having mental repetitions about somebody that they possibly like. Okay, yeah, that's giving me secret admirer type shit. They comfortable with you, they friendly with you, but somebody is having ruminating thoughts. If you feel like somebody has been coming around you, been extra friendly, acting like they like you, it's because they really do. And they can't get you off of their mind. So they having mental repetition and thoughts about liking you, okay? Is what I'm getting here. At the bottom of the deck, I'm going to tell you how I feel, okay? So somebody is definitely having mental repetitive thoughts about telling somebody how they feel here, okay? And again, the mental, it has a lot to do with our thoughts, our feelings, right? So some of y'all could be having somebody come forth and gonna just really tell you how they feel. um and again, like I said, how this can be dangerous. It depends on how this person feel and the mental repetition that they've been having on their mind. You feel me? In that way, it can be unhealthy, especially if y'all not getting along or just somebody that's super jealous or super envious of you. Like they can go to the dangerous and extreme measures to like not only hurt you but physically take you out of this world. So y'all gotta be careful with that. When y'all talking about this drama that y'all want to keep going, some people just love drama and love to just be in shit. You gotta think about shit like this because you never know where somebody else mental is. You feel me? Then you out here telling people how you feel with no filter. Like sometimes you gotta have a filter. Like me personally, y'all, I really don't. I really just say what I feel and what's on my mind, and Sometimes I do have to stop and think about others and how that would make them feel. You know what I mean? It's important, and you need to learn how to tell somebody how you feel in a healthy way because, again, it can escalate and become dangerous. We got no love here. So somebody having repetitive thoughts about somebody not having no love for them. I'm hearing that song too. Nicki Minaj, no love, no love, no love, no love. So this says no love. Somebody feel like somebody don't have no love for them, or they don't feel no love from nobody out here, and that's just constantly being repeatedly going on in your head over and over and over. And think about this: if you constantly telling yourself that, eventually it's gonna make you feel lower vibration, right? It's going to make you feel some type of way, put you in a dark, lower vibrational energy. And this is why it's important to transmute these energies, because who want to sit in that energy feeling like I'm not loved? And then those type of people, it's really people out here that feel like that, though. So we must talk about it. We don't talk about this enough. It's really people out here that they feel like, they give out so much love, and they do, because some people in this world is not meant to receive the love that they give out. And that's just the way God designed it, okay? It's nobody's fault. It's not a curse. It's not punishment. It's just that some people that feel like they get no love, they are love. So they attract people that don't know how to love. And that's where that comes from. All of this is, God's plan and how he teach us how to love, okay? How to love ourselves even, okay? I talk about self-love on this channel a lot because that's important. It be people out here that really don't know how to love themselves, don't love themselves, can't stand themselves. Like, literally, you'll be surprised. But if don't be the person out here treating people any kind of way so they don't feel love, like, because karma is a real thing too, and what you get out, I mean, what you put out is what you get back. So if this is what somebody's feeling like they're getting back, no love, you got to ask yourself, what are you putting out? Are you putting out no love out there? We got serious. So yeah, somebody, see, this is what I'm saying. It can get dangerous in this way because these mental repetitive thoughts can be serious for some people, right? They can be serious, feeling like, fuck it, I don't got no love. And then, boom, where that lead to? People taking themselves out or others. You feel me? Like, and we don't want that. Like, that's not the healthy way to handle things. So, this is why it's important for some of y'all to transmute the energy and watch your thoughts because they become things. And mental repetition is a real thing that not too many people talk about. And some people sit all day long daydreaming and in a mental about different things. I'm here to tell you today, clear that shit off your mind. Sometimes you gotta say fuck it. Sometimes you gotta let everything go. Like, and it's just like all these screenshots I got in my phone, y'all. I can be a screenshot hoarder sometimes. I have to thousands of screenshots for no apparent reason, just because I feel like I need to save something, right? And when I do this, eventually I feel like I run out of space on my phone and everything, and I have to erase all these screenshots. It was just like unnecessary screenshots. Like, the same way I gotta get rid of these screenshots. Y'all gotta get rid of these thoughts, right? Because they stack up, they build up, they collect and dust. Some of them, like, and that's like, it makes you cold. Winter, it makes you cold. It makes you give out lower vibrational energy. Okay, I'm gonna just say that. It make you come off cold. We got winter here. Okay, it make you come off cold to others. When you constantly thinking things, some people think these things and they don't even be true. They don't even be real. You know. So I'm just asking that y'all be careful with that and try to heal that. I'm faithful to you. So somebody having repetitive thoughts about if somebody's cheating on me, well, somebody claims to be faithful to you. If that's the case, and you the one having those mental thoughts, okay? Now, if you have no signs, and this is not real, like I was just saying, you need to know that this person is faithful to you. So stop. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's easier to just stop. Worrying, and somebody told me this a long time ago, like, worrying don't add to your life, but it do take away from your life. And it do, because you constantly worry, constantly nervous system ain't even getting a rest, you constantly on edge or feeling like you walking on eggshells. And I don't care what this is about, it can be any subject, any situation, any person. And if you always feeling like this, then you never really feeling at peace, you never really feeling at mental rest. You know what I mean? So yeah, your mind ain't right. And if your mind not right, sometimes your money can't be right. Sometimes you ain't gonna be right to your children. Sometimes not gonna be right to your spouse, to your parents, to your family members, to your friends, right? So it's important to know, okay? It's important to know. Somebody says, I don't know how to feel. Having mental thoughts, repetition thoughts about not knowing how to feel. And some of us, it get like that, where we don't know if we're coming or going. We don't know how to feel. Um, so that's when you stop, write down all your feelings. Like I was telling y'all, journal, to then you can see on paper how you feel, but you got to be honest with thyself, and then you deal with it. It ain't, it's worse to run away from these things that's giving us mental repetitive thoughts, right? Because we constantly got this going on, and then don't let nothing else happen. Like now it's on extra on top of that. Like, come on now. You got to think of your brain, your mind as a mental processing center. It's where you process your emotions, your feelings. It's how you get through your day. It's how you make your money, all that. So if it's affected, it's affecting all of that, right? God got us. Okay. So some of y'all need to know this. Like, be able to let things go and let God. Like, I know it's easier said than done. I get so tired of people spitting, quick to spit Bible verses and scriptures, and you've been hearing the same ones all your life. Like, can't you come up with a new one? Sometimes that's how I feel, guys. And it's easy to say God got us, but some people really honestly don't feel like that sometimes. And in those situations, all you can do is pray and wait. Sometimes that's where faith come in at. If God constantly giving you signs, I shared something the other day about this. Like, if God constantly giving you signs about everything and confirmation about everything, then you don't have faith. There is no faith. Or your faith is as little as a mustard seed. God wants us to have faith in him. Like, and this is why I got people in my personal life that come to me, want readings all the time, every day. I tell them no. Like, no. Trust in God. Go pray to God. Like, because I'm never going to let anybody be solely dependent on these cards. That's why I don't use them like I used to use them on my channel. If you from my last channel, then you know that. Like, I don't use cards as much. I do more channeling. And, I don't do the messy shit as much like I used to do. I'm kind of cut down on it, because I'm really here to heal and help people in a real way. And there's people out here that really need this help in real life, that ain't able to talk about these real things with different people in their own families and their own friends. You know what I mean? And they need people like me that they can talk about these things to. They can be real with them. They can just, that has been through it as well, has experienced it, you know. But you got to know that we don't have control over everything, and God is in charge. So God do got us. And long as you got faith in that, then, and if it's real, then you should be able to trust God with whatever situation you going through. And I'm here to tell y'all, it ain't been easy for me. I'd have been in life-threatening, life or death situations and had to depend on God to come through after him making me wait so long, not knowing what's going to happen, what's going on. And every day I wanted to know, right? I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all, so I do understand. I've been in y'all shoes. But still, at the end of the day, I realized all that worry was for nothing. I just needed to trust in God and let God, stand and know that God is God and God can do all things. And they say through Jesus, through Christ that strengthens me. Like, but God can do everything. And I feel like even without through Christ, you know what I mean? Because God is that amazing to me. Like, God, our creator, number one. Like, I don't feel like God got to go through another person to work with me. You understand what I'm saying? That's the only difference. Like, it's not that I don't believe in Jesus. If he walked the earth, I wasn't here. I was told that, but we was told a lot of shit. So I just know that there is something greater that created me. That's who I'm praying to, hopefully, and that's who I'm depending on every day. And that's who my trust in God is. the creator, the one who started everything, who gonna end everything, and the only is only one that can and do that and have that power. For me, and I don't know about other guys and stuff like that. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Like, so many people believe in so many things, and to each his own. I knock nobody for what they do. I've understood people from all walks of life, and because I do understand, I do understand that people can feel like that, and people can believe in that, and it's okay. But I don't have to. Until I get there, then hey, I believe in my dead relatives that passed away. I believe in my ancestors that was here before me. I believe in God, the Alpha, the Omega, that created the beginning and gonna have everything to do with how this world ends. Okay, so yeah, only way to explain it. Now, do I believe angels is real? I believe people can be earth angels. Yes, I do. I done came across people that were amazing with their spiritual gifts. We really have gifts. You know what I mean? And that's so hard for people to understand and realize and think like you got magical ability. Yeah, some people do. They magic in that way. But not everybody. But yeah, some people study and learn these things, and some people got these things naturally. Was born with it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's different people, it's different strokes for different folks. But when we talking about mental repetition, you got to keep your mind right. Because if your mind ain't right, your life not gonna be right. Nothing ain't gonna be right. Your money not gonna be right. And again, you ain't gonna feel right. You ain't gonna be able to treat others right. Your social life gonna suck. I'm just saying. If ain't nobody ever told y'all this, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Don't nobody want to be around lower vibrational people. Like, if you think about it, who you want to be around? You want to be around people that's complaining all day, or you want to be around people that's happy and kicking it all day and doing the right things, but having fun, enjoying life all day? Like, who you want to be around? People that's just all they want to do is fight, kill, and destroy people? Or you want to be around the opposite people, the people that's winning, the people that's trying to build and grow? I mean, these are questions we have to ask ourselves every day, guys. Every day. Fixable. And that's what y'all need to know, that mental